Hey guys, this is going to be a really quick video on drop rate gear. I've seen a lot of people lately ask about what's the best way to get drop rate gear, what's the best way to start working on Meso percent. And I think a really important question as well is how do you get a bunch of superior drops from Golux? So there's a lot of ways to do this. And I know that there's also been a lot of people that are buying drop gear and Meso gear from the auction house. That's fine if you want to do that. It does get pretty pricey though. It's usually around 2 to 3 bill for a drop rate piece or a Meso percent piece. But this is at least how I do it. And I make all of it myself personally. So there's a couple different like really easy ways to do it, which would be event rings. I have a Meso percent vengeful ring as well as a chaos ring. Now these are easy because getting them up to legendary is super simple with the event exclusive Meister cubes. They usually allow you to buy 100 per event, and within the 100, hopefully you can get a tier up. I know for a fact, and I've seen it firsthand, that 100 doesn't guarantee you one, but the chance is still there and it should be able to help you out. So you can definitely do, I mean, technically speaking, you could do 4 rings. However, I wouldn't because you don't want to be too weak when you are meso farming, or if you're going for item drop rate, I guess it's not as big of a deal. Um, However, you really shouldn't replace your Golux set, your superior Golux and your reinforced Golux. You shouldn't replace those rings when you're putting on Meso gear. Um, Besides that, what you'd want to do is usually something that's permanently tradable, like the VIP stuff. This is really easily obtained through Gachapon. And VIP items, people usually just throw on the ground or they sell for like 2 to 3 mil in the auction house. What you do with these is you get them up to epic with an occult cube, or if you have an untradeable epic potential scroll. Getting them up to unique is usually just going to be like MCCs that you get. And then, of course, getting them up to legendary, you're going to have to use either Meisters, or if you want to buy red cubes to do it, although I really don't recommend it. You could always do that. Now, when it comes to actually rolling Meso an item, the top line on a legendary has a really good chance because they only appear on prime lines, and top line on legendaries have to be prime. So getting more than one line is going to be really tough, and also that sells for a lot, so I highly recommend selling that. But getting one line shouldn't be too bad. Um, the other gear that I personally have Meso on is Sweetwater stuff. This is my old Sweetwater gear that I no longer wear, and it was either unique or legendary already, so it was pretty easy to work on. The dangerous part about this is that you can't sell it. I have a great example of a piece that I would love to sell. Meso percent, and then a prime line of strength, and then a non-prime line of strength. 23% is a really good roll in general, and to have Meso on it and be 17 star, this is an expensive piece of gear. If I could sell it, I definitely would, but I just have to take what I can get. So be careful with Sweetwater if you do want to roll it. If you do roll a 3 line or something, you're kind of shit out of luck. So when we're getting into other gear, there's a couple other options that you can do, especially when it comes to item drop rate. Greed Pendant is a fantastic idea because Greed Pendants already have a 20% equipment drop rate. So this you can get from Monster Park using the Monster Park coins. It's pretty easy to buy, and these are tradable once within your account. So definitely do this for item drop rate. I don't really know how important it would be for Meso unless you want to get more Penciliers on the ground. And at least like if you switch mains or anything down the line, you can always transfer this over. So you should definitely make a Greed Pendant an item drop rate piece. And then besides that, I really like silver earrings. That's a great way to go. And if you want a tradable piece, it's a perfect option for it. So you can do item drop rate on something like this as well. get your 5-piece of Meso before you do item. It's way more important. Once you have 5 pieces of Meso, you're not going to need any more. So then you can start working on item from there. Here's a piece that I'm working on currently. I just have it at unique right now, and I just keep chucking Meisters at it. And this is a great way to make money too. If you don't have uses for your MCCs and your Meisters anymore, you can just chuck them on a piece of tradable gear. If you roll Meso, you could sell that for a really quick 2 or 3 bill. Just remember, Meso and item only roll on rings, pendants, earrings, face, and eye. So you can't get it on belts, you can't get it on shoulders. Don't roll a belt or a shoulder. You're not going to pull anything. I think that's about it. If you have any questions, like always, just feel free to ask. And thanks for watching.